Hey everybody, Professor Steins here, and you're probably watching this video because you're having trouble getting Apache and MySQL started in xampp. In this video I'm going to kind of try to focus on the MySQL part. So if you try to hit start on both of these two, and one of them, if the MySQL comes up rad and Apache comes up okay, chances are that we probably need to make some changes to these files in order to make them work. So we're going to hit stop on both of these. And what's important is that why these are probably not working for you is that these port numbers that they're trying to use, 80443 and 3306, are probably not available on your machine. So like I said, I'm going to try to focus on how to get the MySQL part working if that's where your difficulty's lying, and you can't get that one started. So what you're going to want to do is come over to the config file, to the my.ini, and it's going to hopefully open up in your Notepad++ so that you can read it pretty well. The green lines are all going to be comments. If for some reason what we just did doesn't try to open up in your Notepad++, you can hit the config button up here to make sure that the editor is set to Notepad++, and you might, it seems like I can just type it in, but you might actually have to go out to your program files folder and find Notepad++ in that list. I think it's under program 86. If you do that, then when you come back and you do this, it should open up here. So the only things we need to change, two things in this file, and that's the port numbers for 3306. And I scrolled all the way to the bottom, but none of that needs to be changed, just the two things that are up here at the top. We need to set the 3306 port number to be 3307 or something else that is free on our machine. Hopefully these two will be machine. We will also need to go to port 3307 here. So we're going to hit save and go back and hit start, and hopefully that will make MySQL come up green. Now one of the problems that you're going to end up having at that point is if you do try to open up localhost MyAdmin, you might get an issue in here that MySQL says it can't connect. That's because my PHP MyAdmin, which is a GUI front end for databases, also has a config file, and it's going to be under the Apache under config for PHP MyAdmin, and that's config.inc.php. So we're also going to need to open that one up and come down and take a look. Now if you got a local machine that you already have MySQL on, you might be able to just change the password here and use your local machine instead of the other machine. The only changes that we'll need to make here is that when we go to 127001, we'll want to make sure that we're using the new port number :3307 as being passed to the server host. So it should, by default, at xamp's MySQL, the root password for it is blank. So now we should be looking at 3307. We go back to PHP MyAdmin and open it up, and it should be fine, and we should be able to do what we need to do. When we look at the PHP information, and I forget whose project or whoever's homework this is, we'll have a connection.php file. Everything else will be the same in the assignment, except maybe this one, I think I did call the student out for the homework. It should be directory DB, and instead of just using localhost here, we'll want to make sure to use :3307, and that should make sure that you're connecting to the correct database. And I guess I missed a quotation mark there at 3307. So we just need to kind of configure it to work off of a different port number. Once we get the two green, it should be good to go. Anyway, hope this was helpful. I know many of you struggled trying to get this thing configured, but it totally can be done. So you can do it. I have faith in you. Have a good one. Bye.